So, tonight was the season finale of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 5, and it was a good finale. Like, the last episode before this one was a fucking snooze, so I was so glad that they decided to turn up on the season finale. Now, I would say the main situation was the beef between Kenya and Portia. Then the sub situation was the situation between Portia and Cordell. Now, before we get into Kenya and Portia, let's talk about Portia and Cordell. So, it's very clear that Portia is torn in between wanting to have a baby and wanting to have a career. She wants both, but Cordell does not see it that way. So, she decided to go see Dr. Sherry, who y'all may know from her appearances on Braxton Family Values. Look at her getting to the real money. But anyway, she decided to go talk to Dr. Sherry on the last episode. Then she brought Cordell in to talk to her on this episode. With that being said, they talked, and basically Cordell really showed his domineering side, his traditional domineering side. Like, he admitted to the fact that when he was growing up, his mother was a stay-at-home wife, so that's the kind of wife he wants Portia to be. Portia, you have to take accountability for the role that you accepted upon deciding to marry this man. You agreed to be his stay-at-home wife. If you didn't see it that way, you should never agree to it, or you guys should have been had a conversation about this maybe the first year into your marriage. But I understand that you being around successful women like Candy and Phaedra who have kids, who have great careers, and Nene, you want to do the same thing, and Cynthia as well. You want to do the same thing as well. So I'm not mad at you for one that, but you have to take accountability for you deciding to be his stay-at-home wife. But she wants a child and a career, and Cordell wants her to just choose one or the other. Now, you know, I don't see it. I don't see it like that's a problem. Like I said, he really showed his traditional domineering side when he was saying stuff that, like, when it comes to arguing, like, you're never gonna win, and some other stuff he was saying. But like, he was really showing his ass. But Dr. Shea basically said that you guys have to come to a compromise. Like, what do you want? Like, what would Cordell do to allow Portia to have what her goals are? And she knew not to pry any fucking further than that, because it was not gonna be cool. Because she was like, okay, I'll see you guys next time. But and then later on, Kenya, she's getting her. She's getting her gala for honoring iconic black women in film. She invited Candy to come as Tina Turner. She invited Phaedra to come as Eartha Kitt. She invited Cynthia to come as Diana Ross. And she invited Needy to come as Grace Jones. Now, she did indeed invite Portia to come as fucking Halle Berry and Baps. Now, when you take a look to really analyze the situation, okay, you invited all these women to come as these actresses in respectable roles, but you want me to come as Halle Berry, this ghetto hood ratchet chick, to a upscale gala event? Like, really? That's what you want? That's an iconic black woman in a film? Really? You think Halle Berry will pick that one? She would pick that as one of her most notable, memorable roles, as how she was in Baps. To this day, I still can't believe that was Halle Berry in Baps. But hey, whatever. That just shows how great of an actress she is. But anyway, really, like Portia said, she tried her, she really did, and I didn't appreciate it. I didn't appreciate it, and Portia didn't either. You can tell she's very conflicted on whether to decide to come to the party as Halle Berry and Baps or not. Like, even her friends told her, like, at the hair salon, like, that's the same thing, like in Legally Blonde. They told her to come as a bunny rabbit to a party that wasn't even a costume party, to make her look like an ass. And I kind of feel like Kenya was doing that same thing. That's why when Portia decided to come as Dorothy Dandridge, I seen it was a problem. I kind of seen both sides. Kenya's side, like, it's her party. If she wants you to come to her party, like she said, she had a program set up and everything. So if she wants you to come to her party as what she says she wants you to, then you have to make the conscious decision of whether or not you want to come to the party as that, or if you want to stay at home. Portia, I feel like if you didn't want to come to the party as her, You should have just stayed at home and said, well, I'm not going to degrade myself like that, or I'm not going to do something beneath me like that, so I'm going to stay at home, so fuck your party. But even then, Kenya, you can tell, like, as they said, like, whoever said, one of the husbands or the boyfriends, they said, like, it was premeditated. Like, Kenya, you did that on purpose to make a fool out of her because you still had that chip on your shoulder from when Portia didn't invite you to Cordell's party. Can you blame her for not wanting to invite your ass? Because you showed your ass multiple times in the past. Like, you acted in the ass up at her charity event. You acted in the ass up at Cynthia's Jet Magazine whatever that was. You acted ass up at the Bailey agency. Then you showed your black ass up at Nene's Shoe Dazzle event. So why would I want to invite you to a party when clearly you're a loose fucking cannon? And then on top of that, y'all weren't even friends. So were you that butthurt from her not inviting you to a party? But anyway, if you still felt some type of way, then you shouldn't have invited her at all. But I see your side, I see Portia's side. Like, I'm not going to let this woman degrade me like this. Like, she can try to dress it up as much as she wants. Like, out of everybody, out of the whole cast, you want me to play Boo Boo the Fool. Yeah, I'm going for that. But anyway, so she goes to the party as Dorothy Dandridge. She greets Kenya, then immediately Kenya is just fucking upset. By the way, Kenya was Foxy Brown, and she did a good job. But anyway, she was Foxy Brown. She introduced, Portia greeted her. Then that's when all hell broke loose. Like, they got into like a little argument. Kenya was clearly upset about it. She had two big security guards escort Portia out of the party. And then shout out to Peter for saying that they should all leave because you invited the cast of the Real Housewives of Atlanta minus Kim to come to this party together. But you're gonna kick one of us out. Like, you were that pressed that she came as Dorothy Dandridge that you want to kick her out. Like, that's not what you wanted initially, so why was it that big of a deal is my point. But they all decided to leave, and they said, like, Cynthia said, like, this is supposed to be about funny, like, you're taking it too seriously. And I think everybody seen it was like, we know what you're trying to do, you're just trying to embarrass Portia. But anyway, they were outside, and I'm surprised they stood outside as long as they did. Like, we outside in the cold looking like fools. But they Kenya came out, and then her and Portia got into it all over again. And what irritates me about Kenya is that she fails to acknowledge the wrong that she does. Like, the whole argument, like, someone's like, oh, you called me a tramp and you called me trash back in Anguilla. Mind you, she called you that stuff after you called her out of her name. So why are you even trying to play the victim? And then she wasn't seeing it her way. She went back to the party. Then all of a sudden, she decided, okay, I'm going to apologize. Because clearly it was getting fucking nowhere. But the point of the matter is that it was all childish. Like I said, Portia, if you didn't want to come to the party as Halle Berry and Babs, then you should not have came. Like, it is not your party to just come and do whatever the fuck you want. Like, there are rules. If you didn't want to follow those rules, don't take it upon yourself to break them for somebody that you don't even care too much about. But anyway, the episode was really good. Phaedra was a banging Eartha Kitt. Candy sucked as Tina Turner. She really should have put on one of those beautiful dresses that Tina Turner used to wear instead of whatever the fuck she had on. I think the only thing good about her costume was the wig. But anyway, Cynthia, like Nene said, she looked like just Cynthia with a fur on. Like, she really didn't give me Diana Ross. She really just gave me herself. I mean, she looked fucking beautiful as she always does, but that's not what I want you to come. That's not conveying Diana Ross and Mahogany. Portia looked fucking beautiful as Dorothy Dandridge. Nene was a fucking great Grace Jones. Like, they all, I guess overall, they pulled it together, and they all of them look nice except for Candy. Even though Cynthia didn't come as what she should have came as, like, she still looked great anyway. Kenya was an okay Foxy Brown. Like, I'm not seeing that for her. Maybe she could have been Cleopatra Jones. Maybe that would have been a little bit more suiting. I would have loved for somebody to be Diane Carroll, but whatever. If Kim was still on the show, she definitely would have been Marilyn Monroe. But anyway, it's great. It was a good episode. It's a great way to go out. I didn't like how at the end where they show like what was happening with everybody since the taping of the show. They just put Cordell filed for divorce with Portia. Like, y'all didn't have anything else to put on Portia. The reunion looked like it's going to be good. From what I've seen, it looked like Portia actually really can't sing. She just was probably nervous or whatever. She didn't have a bad voice to me. Nene and Phaedra are going to get into it. I can't wait to find out what that's going to be about. Candy, like, she was clearly best dressed up at that goddamn, like, from her hair to her makeup to her dress. Like, clearly, hats goes off to Candy. But can't wait for this reunion. It looks like it's going to be good. Y'all have just wrote the Maverick. Peace.